What is up, guys? This is Ben from Blade HQ. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Schrade Extreme Survival Axe Tomahawk. The number on it is XE3 if you're curious. I just wanted to give you a full body shot so that you can kind of see how large this is. It's a big one. Big little tool. We're going to take it to the tabletop and kind of give you the overview of the specs, but I did want to give you the size comparison because sometimes that tactical clothespin doesn't quite cut it when comparing. So there you have it. There's your big idea, and let's go to the tabletop. So, like I said, this is the Schrade SCAXE3 Extreme Survival Tomahawk. Very large little version of this, and it's got this sheath on it, little nylon sheath, 2 snaps to undo it, and then on the reverse side, we've got this belt loop. So when you're wearing it on your belt, this is going to be super convenient to get out of the sheath and to use. When it's not on your belt, it's a little inconvenient to pull it out of there, but it works just fine. I apologize for the coat noise that you're getting in the microphone. We don't have heat in this section of the building, and it is a little chilly today. It's it's end of February right now. That's also the reason my finger has not stopped bleeding. I was working with these hawks, and I caught myself on the end of one of them, the CRKT Johnson Kanji Tomahawk, which we will compare the two of these. Anyway, it's cold out here, and that cut doesn't want to stop bleeding. So I'm just going to leave it and hope that I don't get blood on any of these knives. I'm not HIV positive, in case you were wondering. So let's check this out. We're going to go over the overall specs on this, and then we'll go through it. So first of all, the overall length on this knife is 17 inches. The handle length is 14 inches. So it's very, very long in the handle. Check this out. You could probably get 2 hands on there. You could probably get 4 hands on there if you needed to. A lot of real estate on that handle to really work with. And it's got that G10 on there as well. The steel on this is 3CR13 steel. And kind of some jimping there. That jimping isn't going to do a ton for you as far as keeping it in your hand. But it is fairly good. While we're talking about the handle here. Handle thickness is 0.65 inches. So handle length overall is 14 inches, handle thickness 0.6 inches, and then let's go girth here as well while we're talking about it. 0.97, right about there. So it's got this little caution tag that I just left on there. So kind of give you an idea. The fit and finish on it isn't stellar by any means, where the G10 and the steel come together. But keep in mind, this is a $45 Tomahawk. So in a lot of ways, you get what you pay for. So Torx screws here on the handle, they've kind of got a little bit of texturing on them as well, just to give it a little accent. The cutting edge is 3.3 inches. And the head width is, let me give you a good look at this head. Sorry, it's kind of awkward doing a Tomahawk overview in front of a camera. Well, I guess behind the camera, but I'm going to show it to you upside down simply because that's how I can do it with the table here. I have a table right here. Anyway, the head width is 7.75 inches. And it's just got this beastly pick tip on the one side. Now, that is not sharp on either end, but could be used as a breaching tool, or there are different techniques that you can use with that particular pick tip. You've got that nice head on there. Good curve. Very solid little hatchet. And to the touch, fairly sharp. Fairly sharp. It's coated with a Ti nitride coating. And that's what you're seeing there. If you look right at the edge, you've got your steel there and then the Ti on there. So, kind of cool. I'm just checking to make sure that is correct. Yep. Ti nitride coated 3CR13 steel. So pretty cool little hatchet here. Let me measure the thickness here on the head just to give you an idea of what you're working with. Thickness is 1/4 inch, 0.24. So pretty solid little hatchet. Let me show you it in comparison. We've got this other one. This is the Schrade SCAXE2, the E2 version. And stretch my arms out there for you. You can see this one, 14 inches in the handle. This other one has, what is the overall length on it, 11.8 inches. So a lot smaller. This is really a beefy, long cutting tool. Now it doesn't have, I mean, the ergos on it in the hand, not great, not stellar by any means. It's just, it feels like what it looks like. I mean, they haven't put a ton of effort into forming it to the hand and creating excellent ergos. That's one thing that I think that this CRKT Johnson Kanji Tomahawk, this is a lot more expensive, $140 versus $44 on the Schrade. But you can see they've got the ergos. So if you're choking up on this one, sorry, let me get that in frame for you. If you're choking up on this one, it's going to feel a lot better in the hand. They've got the ergos down there for two-handed, that sort of thing. This one is a lot, it seems like it's got a lot more design thought put into it. At the same time, this one's pretty simple from Schrade, and it's a lot more cheap, a lot less expensive. So that's definitely something to think about as you're shopping around. Anyway, I think we've just about hit the high points on this. Oh, by the way, the weight is 1 pound 15 ounces. So almost 2 pounds on this. So it's got a lot of weight behind it as you're using it. And it's going to work really well. I'm impressed with the cost as well as how I believe it would perform. I think it would do you really well. So especially at $44, I think that what you got to remember with this is that it is a cheaper tool. It's made in China. Schrade makes their stuff in China. But it's going to be a good little tool, especially if you were to use it in a survival bag or something that you aren't using especially frequently, or if it's your first one. You know, I think it's always, you got to start somewhere, and I think this is a great starting entry-level tool. So $44.95 currently on BladeHQ.com, and that is a place to buy it. Buy it now.